From the hallowed grounds of Fenway Park, Saturday afternoon action on the show. It's the Chicago White Sox and the Boston Red Sox. Well, singing today, we get the pleasure of seeing one of the hottest bats in baseball. His consistency at the plate has been remarkable.
Yeah, Boog, one of the toughest outs in the league right now. Sit back and relax because this guy's about to put on a show.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about set to go. Today's starting pitcher, Cy Young. Singing, he is one of the best to ever do it.
True legend in this game with over 300 career wins. Always a joy to watch him go to work. He's effortless out there. Doesn't wear his emotions on his sleeve. Doesn't know when he's high or when he's low.
All right, ready to go here. And the batter will be the shortstop, Luis Aparicio. Fastball for a strike. And we are underway.
First pitch, 4-10.
In there for a strike at the top of the zone.
He doesn't seem to like to pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
Swing and a ball softly hit out into left center. Makes the grab, one down. Time to check out the lineup for the White Sox. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Oh, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit. And then when he does come in the zone, you may only get one pitch. You better not miss it.
Brooks Baldwin, the next to hit, takes ball one. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever if they do at all.
Not even close there. And a count 2-1. That one to first, Ortiz. He steps on the bag. Quick start to this afternoon's action. 2 gone.
First baseman, Frank Thomas.
And now, Frank Thomas.
All around, I think if you asked anyone in this organization, who's the best hitter in the lineup, they would say him.
First pitch, not close. Thomas, 26 years old, and he's one of the few two-time MVPs in the league. He swings and fouls one off. 2 out, space is empty. That one is blasted left field towards the monster, and it's off the green monster. Around first, heading for 2, and he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
He was all over that one. Absolutely blasted that one into the gap, but just didn't have quite enough to clear the wall out there. Maybe a little more elevation under it, and it carries over, but that's a swing you'll be happy with every time.
Now here's the cleanup hitter for the White Sox, Harold Baines. 1 for 4 with a double in the ball game last night. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes.
Well, you always want to come out in the first inning, try to put something up on the board. It's a big 2-out double right there. See if the cleanup man can drive him in and put a tally up there on the board.
Man at second.
Ball.
In the dirt.
2-0 to count.
Next offering is in for a strike.
And the strategy of winning a ball game, when you can make that pitcher work a little more, expose himself by throwing pitches, that could be the key to winning perhaps later on. So good job of extending this inning, getting a knock with 2 outs to bring the number 4 hole hitter up.
And that's through there for a strike. And the count's even at 2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Runner at second, 2 down here in the second game of the series. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Pulled the string on the changeup. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. Now the Red Sox will get their shot. No score. Back here in Boston. And our pitcher in this game, Jairo Iriarte.
There's always a bit of a learning curve for rookie pitchers. You've got to get familiar with these big league hitters, and it's more of a chess match. But I think this kid's got good stuff and the potential to be great.
Bottom of the first. So stepping in for Boston, Hannes Wagner.
Wagner.
Fastball for a strike. Fastball, and he gets out of the way.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Laced down the line. This looks like extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. And he's got a leadoff double.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it.
Now here is Hank Aaron, second in the AL in home runs. Swing and a miss.
No ball.
Wagner stands at second with no outs. Slider misses outside.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And now 1 and 2.
Well, he's realizing out there on the mound that he's got to settle in pretty quickly or else he's going to get hit hard in this first inning.
Up the middle, Aparicio. On to first. Out. 1 gone, bottom half of the first.
Batting third, designated
Check out the Red Sox lineup. Chris, this is a lineup offensively that could be really good for years to come.
Well, there's a lot of young talent in this lineup. I think as they gel together, gain some maturity over the course of this season, they could be playing October baseball.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Williams will hit next. That one fouled off.
He's bagging. Give me that pitch one more time. A hanging changeup just out in front.
Misses the zone, and he gets him to chase.
I'll tell you what, he's embarrassed right now. Never swings at that kind of pitch, especially that early in the count.
Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Lunging, but it gets down. Into third now. So runners at the corners and one out.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Manny Ramirez getting ready to hit. That one in there across the letters.
0-1.
The 0-1. Fouled off down the right side. Runners are at the corners, one away. And a breaking ball misses outside. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Certainly a strikeout situation right there. The infield playing back, and this pitcher has to step up and get the swing and miss. Really nice job of attacking the hitter at the plate. Pretty big two-out at bat coming up now.
And next for the Red Sox, David Ortiz. This guy with light tower power. And that's a little bit high. 1-0. 2 on, 2 outs. And fouled off. And that misses. Now 2 balls and a strike.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
And that one fouled off. Corners are occupied with 2 down. And it remains 2-2.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
2-2 now. Hit on the ground to the right side, and that one handled, and that is that. Boston strands a pair, scoreless after 1. All set for the start of the inning. So here's Robert now.
Luis Robert Jr.
Young back to work. Right down to shoot. 0-1.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
And a swing and a miss there. Making the calls behind the plate in this one is Woody Keller.
Yeah, and Woody does a pretty good job back there, Boog. He's got a pretty fair strike zone most of the time. Maybe some inconsistency here or there, but usually he's back there doing a solid job.
And La Pantera heads back to the dugout after the K. Andrew Vaughn now. 1 run batted in yesterday. Their only run of the game. In there, and it's 0-1. The number 3 overall pick out of Cal for the White Sox in 2019. Line drive, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Batting seventh, second baseman, Bobby
Here's
Dahlbeck.
Bobby Dahlbeck. Little chopper rolls foul. Second inning here, no score. Next offering is fouled back. The pitch. This one smoked, could be trouble. The throw to third, safely into second. He's got a double.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count.
Up
Up against it with 2 strikes right there. Just a really nice job of turning on that pitch and smoking it down the line. And there's no one playing there, so once it drops in fair, you're on your way to extra bases.
Matt Thaiss comes up to hit here. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
No ball. 1 strike.
Second and third, 1 away. Here at the top of the second. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Mays on the move, heading back. Jumps.
What's up, Caden? I'm sending you a picture right now. Hold on. I just took a screenshot.
1-0 lead.
A swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers
There it
coming into
is.
the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
So two.
I think that ball bounced off his face. Freaking pesky White Sox the last 2 games. Just too high. Doink, right off the dome.
Two in scoring position with 1 out. Michael A. Taylor steps to the plate for the White Sox. And a curve misses outside, and that's ball 1.
Well, he's just given up 3 straight hits, and now behind in this count to this hitter. Might be a good time for somebody to call a timeout. Maybe the pitching coach go out there and talk to him just a little bit.
Dahlbeck, the runner at third. Thaiss at second with 1 away. Next pitch is outside. Let's see if he gives him anything to hit here. There's the strike, and the count is 3-1. Next offering is fouled back. Second and third here, 1 away. And they're all loaded up.
Take your base.
Up next for Chicago, shortstop
Luis Aparicio now at the plate. Golden opportunity right here. That one in the dirt. Ball 1.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
What do you mean? It's just like in baseball. There's you want me to comment on every pitch? It's got a lot. I do sometimes, like depending on like that catch that just happened. But like, I'm not gonna be like, what am I supposed to say? Something after every pitch? That's a lot. I don't know.
Swing and a line drive, base hit into left field. 1 runs in. Here comes the throw. It's offline, and he scores.
Attractive viewers?
He brings home a pair. Nice line drive to the pull side, fed it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
So you apparently know what these other people think. Dang, dude. You're like a mind reader out here. Not a good start to the game here for me.
The next to hit. This one ripped, but foul to the right. Still only one out here in the inning. Pickoff throw. Aparicio back easily. Hit on the ground, might be two. Fired to second. Return throw to first. Got him.
Needed that double play to get it, kill that inning.
On 4 hits, no errors, and 1.
That was big.
We go to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the White Sox.
The White Sox are whacking to start the game.
Back here in Boston, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's some real power at the plate. Willie Mays. This is a true 5-tool guy. Not very many of them out there, but when he's on the field, you can't take your eye off of him. And the slider just misses.
Fans come to the ballpark to watch him play. And in baseball, to have such a talented player going out there every day and putting on the show that he does, just a joy to watch.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul at a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. Hits for average power, the ability to field, the arm, and then the speed. Really impressive. Just off the inside edge.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot. Well, it looks like he's wanting to work the upper part of the strike zone. What does that mean? Top hand better be working for the hitters. Adjust that side a little bit. Give yourself a chance to hit.
Next one off the plate inside. And a full count now.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Got him looking, and he did not like it.
I guarantee he's going to
That's
check
a
the
ball.
tape on that last pitch when he gets a chance.
Come on up.
He throws ball 4, and he wasn't wrong. It was a close pitch. Definitely not an easy call, but especially after a long at bat, that'll drive you crazy getting rung up like that.
Here's Wade Boggs now. And that's off the inside edge. And it's 1-0. 1 out, bases empty. Swing and a line drive and a base hit up the middle.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already is bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Ozzie Smith stands in now and watches strike 1.
Yeah, they play at a 7-10 or something like that.
Turn 2, but they've got to get a ball they can do it with. Make sure you get the first out before you try to rush and get 2 and end up with nothing.
Man at first, 1 away.
Backdoored him with a breaking ball, just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
Swing and a ball popped in the air, and that'll fall for a base hit. Boggs around second, headed for third, and the throw's offline, safe at third. 2 on, 1 out, and now the veteran catcher, Jason Varitek. And the first pitch is drilled in the air out to center. Makes the grab. Runner tags from third. Throw home, not in time. The run scores. It's 3-1.
Sometimes all you got to do is your job and don't overcomplicate things. Keep it simple. Runner third, less than 2 outs. Put the ball in play, and a nice job with the sac fly.
Now it's the second baseman, Honus Wagner. Double the lead off the bottom of first.
That was a good run, even if we don't get anything else out of this inning. Started to chip away at the lead here early on.
He's going to steal second. You want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the
It's a rough last inning.
Go ahead and get
I was pitching.
out of the way so the hitter can focus on the
I thought that article said he was going to get traded.
Chris with that distraction.
The Bills could use him, although I don't think Josh Allen would ever approve of him being on the team.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
There goes Ozzie. That's in for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close.
Well, that steal right there is wanting to take advantage of having a really good hitter at the plate. Now they've got a...
I think that thing you sent me said he's got, what, 1 year left at like $21 million or something? That's true.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Taylor. And that is that. They get a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. We head on down to the top of the third. It's the White Sox 3 and the Red Sox 1. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been struggling.
I don't know. Good question. You know his name's not Kevin, though, right? That's his dad's name, I guess. Great. I go through a tough inning last inning, and now I got to start off with Frank Thomas.
Just missed.
Outside.
So 2 balls and no strikes.
Looks like he's
He said his name is Jared, and then when his cousin jumps on there sometimes to talk, his cousin's name, I guess, is Bentley, and his dad's name is Kevin, I guess.
3-0. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
At least that's my knowledge to my extent of the situation.
That's been part of his career since day one.
Harold Baines digs in now. Went down on strikes his first time through.
On the game, yeah, I think he is so far.
And that is out of play.
Yeah, I couldn't show you the Mets after this game, but yeah, I'm pretty sure he's still out there.
Thomas gets his lead at first with nobody out. In the dirt. Well done behind the dish. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Luis Robert now. He struck out swinging in his first at bat. Inside. And that is ball 1.
They playing again today, I assume?
Swings through that one out in front that time.
1 strike.
Next one misses. 2-1.
Who are they playing right now? Is it the Royals? I can't remember.
In the dirt, but kept close. Swing and a ball drilled center field. Willie Mays makes the play. And there are 2 down.
Yeah, I think it's like a Monday through Thursday series, I believe.
Next is the designated hitter, Andrew Vaughn. 1 for 1 with a single so far. That one outside, 1-0. Now, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs.
It's usually between 2 and 4. Most of the time, I'd say 70% of the time, it's 3. And then sometimes you get like 15% of the time, it's 4 maybe. And then the other 5% of the time, it's 2. Sometimes they'll instead of doing a 4-game series, they'll do like 2 games in the one team's ballpark and then 2 games in the other teams. Like usually when the Yankees and Mets play, sometimes they do 2 in Queens and 2 in the Bronx.
That one way outside, and it's 2-2.
And usually each team plays the other team like. It depends on what league they're in, but like sometimes they play them twice, or sometimes they play them 3 in the first series, or 4 in the first series, and then the opposite in the next one. So if they play 4 in the first, they play 3 in the second, 3 in the first, 4 in the second.
So no runs, no hits, no errors, and a runner left. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the White Sox 3 and the Red Sox 1. As we go to the last of the 3rd, and stepping in for Boston, Hank Aaron. That one the other way, and that's a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
You know, I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel, go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the box during the game, you get a little anxious and you get away from that. But so far, I've seen him stay consistent with his pregame preparation.
Ted Williams up next for the Red Sox, and he's already singled in this game. That missed by a lot, and that's ball 1. Nobody out, runner at first. Two balls, no strikes to count.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. There's a ball. Throw to second. Great jump. And that is a stolen base. It wasn't even close. And a foul ball. Runner in scoring position, nobody out here in the last half of the 3rd. Fouls one away, and now 3-2. Got him looking. That K is his 3rd of the game. So here's Boston's cleanup hitter, Manny Ramirez. Struck out swinging his first time.
Ramirez.
Missed with a changeup. Ball 1. Man at second. Just missed.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
That one close, ruled a ball. And now 3-0.
No strike.
1 out and a runner at second. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
I don't think he really wanted to pitch to him right there anyhow.
Now
You believe in me, Caden? How could you do this to me?
Getting ready to hit. He's 0 for 1. Outside with a breaking ball.
Maybe losing command a little bit after the walk. Next pitch, not even close.
Hank at second. Ramirez at first. One gone. Just missed. Lifted in the air, right center field. Robert sizes this one up. Squeezes it. Runner tags at second. And he moves up a base. So 2 away with runners at the corners.
Of course, that was hit like 390 feet.
He's digging in now.
And of course, it was hit to the spot. But we got to hit it 420 to get it out.
And that's a fair ball. One runs in. Runner around third on his way to the plate. The relay safe at the plate. It's 3-3.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. So stepping in for Boston, Wade Boggs. Singled and scored his first time. That pitch in for a strike, and it's 0-1.
Ball game is still tied. They can get out of this inning with a tie game.
Runner at second, 2 down. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. And ball 1.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
That's down and in. A slider missed.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Next pitch is outside. And now it's 3-2. The other way. And it'll be first and third now after that miscue.
Well, from the time you're a little leaguer, you're taught to hustle out of the box and give it a full sprint through the base regardless of how you hit it. And he didn't make great contact, but the effort was there, and he earns the base hit.
Ozzie Smith up next for the Red Sox. There's the strike. Tied up here in the early going. Line drive, that's a base hit. In to score from third. It's 4-3.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
First and second, 2 outs. Jason Varitek up next for the Red Sox. Drove in a run with a sac fly his first time up. Ball 1 there. Two on, 2 outs. Cut on and missed. Good change up right there.
1-1.
And a count 1-1. Base hit. That was smoked through the infield. Now a long throw home. It's offline. The run comes in.
It's a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
So the Red Sox lineup turns over. Honus Wagner up next for the Red Sox. 1 for 2. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
No ball. 1 strike.
Two outs. Close one, doesn't get the call.
One ball,
1-1.
strike.
Clearly, he hasn't had it in this game, and looks like sooner than later, they're going to have to go to the bullpen.
Ball to strike. And that one inside, and it hit him. Now the White Sox manager is out of the dugout and will make a move to the pen. Jairo Iriarte departs, and he leaves with the bases loaded, so he'll look for some help from his teammate coming in behind him.
Let's go.
Now pitching for Chicago.
Martin Perez on a pitch out of the pen here.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Late swing, fouled off. Bounced, and that got the pitcher. The throw is still in time, and they get it out of the play. So they do get 4 runs across, but they end up leaving the bases loaded. On to inning number 4. It's the Red Sox 5 and the White Sox 3. Back here at Fenway, on to the 4th. Now, Bobby Dahlbeck.
Bobby Dahlbeck.
And the first offering a fastball for a strike. Dahlbeck, 29 years old, and he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2016. Just missed. Check swing, no appeal. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
Ortiz drifts towards it. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. 1 away.
Up next for the White Sox, catcher Matt Thaiss.
Matt Thaiss will hit next. 1 for 1 with a double and a run scored. Anything in particular stand out to you as far as moments at Fenway Park?
Wow, you know, it's unfortunate because I remember as an Oakland A's player, we were up in the series against the Red Sox 2-0. All we needed to do was close out a Saturday night ball game. We went extra innings. The Red Sox won that ball game. And then Sunday, they pushed the series by winning Game 4 back to Oakland for Game 5. And unfortunately, they won Game 5 as well.
Infielder shifted to the right. Shortstop just to the left of second. Up the middle. Tosses to first. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 4th. That was 2003, and the Red Sox would eventually get their hearts broken by Aaron Boone, but end the curse a year later. So up next for Chicago, Michael A. Taylor walked his first time.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through 1 more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Swing and a ground ball to first, and the White Sox go quietly. So they make short work of them there. And midway in the 4th, back in the ballpark as we take a check of the bullpen so far this season. And there's a strike on the outside corner.
Well, not only can Perez pitch, but he can also sing. Remember, he performed the national anthem for Team Venezuela leading up to the World Baseball Classic.
1-1.
If you watch that video, you'll see how much that moment meant to him.
And that one misses up and in. Ball 2. Right through there for a strike.
Well, that's really the money spot. Down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
Base hit. That was smoked through the infield. And a good start to the inning.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side. And the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
So, man aboard. Manny Ramirez up next for the Red Sox. Off the mark there, and it's 1-0. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Ripped on a line. Robert pulls that one down, and there's one down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Ortiz in the box now. No balls and a strike. Red Sox by 2. That's a hit. Throw into third. And the throw's offline. Safe at third.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. You got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
So 2 in scoring, calling for the intentional walk, and that loads up the bases. And the force play is now in order.
Well, it doesn't get much easier with this next batter, but I totally understand going with the intentional walk in that spot. He's just too dangerous at the plate right now, and there's a base open, so it gives you options defensively to get an out.
Swing and a tapper that rolls foul.
Well, he's so good about trying to drive the ball to the opposite field gap in these situations. If he takes that approach, he could bust this game wide open.
That's inside, and the count is 1-1. Red Sox leading it by 2. To short, could be 2. Aparicio tossed to second, over to Thomas, and that double play ends the inning.
Well, that was the last thing I needed there.
Bases loaded, but an excellent job by the defense to turn that one and get out of this jam.
New inning getting started. Leading off, Luis Aparicio. Young back to work. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And that is ball 1.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike.
Another miss by the umpire.
Convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
Top of the zone, and it's called a strike. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Smith hauls it in for the out. And there's one away.
Now batting, third baseman Brooks Baldwin.
So up next, Brooks Baldwin. 0 for 2 in this one. On the inside corner for a strike.
The guy's going this good. He's retired 7 in a row. You got to step out of the box, fake bunt, do something to break it up.
Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. And they have their first hit since the second inning.
Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from. And There's just no one there to knock it down. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Next to hit, Frank Thomas. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
No ball. 1 strike.
Throw over to first, and he's back safely. Outside low, 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Baldwin, the base runner at first with 1 out. Next offer in there for a strike. And the count 1-2. And that skips into dirt.
2-2.
Not
Full
close
count.
with that one. Full count now. Move to first. Back in there standing. And that's the second disengagement now. The White Sox trailing by 2, and we're at the top of the 5th. Swinging at ball 4. That was off the outside edge.
Well, you rarely ever see 3 curveballs in a row because that's one of those pitches that's most effective when you haven't seen it recently. You might see 3 sliders in a row, but right there, he was feeling that curveball and figured he could finish with that pitch.
So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Harold Baines, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Two outs. And that drops in for a strike. Towards first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. So 1 hit is all they get. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Red Sox 5. Bottom of the inning. And now the shortstop, Ozzie Smith. Pinch hitter coming on, Nico Horner.
Number 2, Nico Horner.
That's off the inside corner, and that's ball 1. Movement for the White Sox in their bullpen. Justin Anderson appears to be getting loose. Gilbert, a left-hander, also throwing, and it stays fair. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly.
Just a total nightmare for lefties. I'd be very surprised to see that matchup again. Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
Varitek in the box again, takes a strike.
0-1.
Right through there for a strike.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
Swings here and blasts one left field. That's back there. And it hits off the monster. And now runners at the corners, nobody out.
Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but it was harder than it needed to be thanks to the bad jump. Those small moments can be costly.
Wagner.
So the batting order turns over, and now Honus Wagner. Yeah, that's fouled off. Runners at the corners, nobody out. Last half of inning number 5. Foul ball there. Next pitch is outside. On the ground, 2 ball. Off balance feed, there's one. To first, not in time. And a run scores. Hank Aaron up next for the Red Sox. 1 for 3.
Right fielder, Hank Aaron.
And that one's a little bit low. 1-0.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
Wagner, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. Pitch is low. Throw, safe. And that extends his lead for the most stolen bases in baseball. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
That just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
Williams in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1.
1-0 count. Look for him to be aggressive here. You got some runners on base, an opportunity to catch a mistake and put some runs up on the board.
Two on, 1 out. That one finds the zone, and it's 2-1.
1 strike.
And this is inside. On a line out towards center. Roberts snags it. 2 down.
Now batting.
Manny Ramirez digs in now.
Ramirez.
Check swing, called strike. First and second, 2 down. Lifted in the air, right field. Makes a nice running catch. And that's the 3rd out. So remaining in the game defensively, Nico. Corner taking over as the new shortstop now.